that Conference League spot, and a goal here will definitely do us some favours.
Oh, yes!
Hello and welcome back to another episode as part of Borderline Glory here with St Etienne. Since last time out, we've had a few games and as well a whole transfer window. It's been quite a while since you have been with us. First of all, we're going to start with the games that we have had. We finished last episode, I should say, with that penalty shootout against Angers. Since then in the league, it's not been the best result for us. We've actually had no wins. We've had quite a few games in other competitions. We had a friendly there after a bit of a break, and then 2 games in the cup, but we unfortunately did crash out in the league. It has been very, very poor. 2 draws, 4 losses in that time. Some big losses as well that we really needed to have done a bit better in, but hopefully a bit of a turnaround starts today going into this final part of the season, where we do have some tough games coming up, but after that we have some more favourable games, and in a push to go and get the Conference League spot back, get back higher. We will want to go and start to get some wins, and we were very close. We have dropped off a little bit now currently 8 points behind that position there, so hopefully we do go and climb back up and get into a better position. But we have had some transfers. We have had a transfer window. If we go and take a look at the recruitment into the transfer history, we do have some players who will be joining us at the end of the season, but obviously we'll look at that come the transfer window, which will be not the next episode but the episode after. We do have 2 players who have joined us. It is a double header from Liverpool as to who has joined us. The first player to come in for a fee of 800,000 is Josh Liddell, Scottish international. This guy has bags of potential coming through that Liverpool academy. Of course, he's going to be good. Loads of potential. 195 centimetres. I think we needed another youngster in that team. We do have so many youngsters already in this team who've got so much potential to develop on. Josh Liddell, the first player to bring in, and then finally for a fee of 2 million, we still have loads of money as a result of some sales. We'll have a look at, there's not really anyone of note who we have sold. Wiltgen has left us. He will be on a permanent deal for 5 million at the end of the season, and Montino as well has gone on loan for the rest of the season. But we did make some sales of David Washington, Marais, who you won't really have seen, and then some other players as well. Jordan Boss was another player who you may have seen. We did raise around 9.25 million in the end, which was quite impressive. But the final player we did buy, with a lot of money still remaining, which we'll take a look at in a second, is Phil Musgrove, English international. As you can see here, up to 5 stars of potential this guy has. He's had a bit of a slow start, but I believe this guy has everything to go and be the absolute star man in this team. So many good abilities. He's come in on a very good deal, 4-year contract, and we can be very happy that we have gone and signed him. So that is a very good signing to have made for only 2 million. I think there is some instalments, but the good thing is we do still have 9 million euros to spend. We are being backed. We did go and increase our the board ambitions, and that did free up some extra money for us, which is always good. And we do have some transfers which have already been agreed going into next season. Let's go and see what we can do in these 2 games coming up. It's an away day in both, the first against Rennes and then against Auxerre. Straight into that first game against Rennes, as we said there. So the team for this game against Rennes, we are struggling a little bit at this point with a few injuries and stuff, so it is a bit of a rotated team. It starts with one of our youth goalkeepers in Martins. We've got a backline of Matsuda, Liddell, Gomez and Pedersen. Mole, Chukwu and Frolin make up a midfield. We've got Guy on the left, Musgrove on the right and Milan up top. His kick-off here in this game against Rennes. Here is our new signing Musgrove down that right hand side. What he can go and do in this St Etienne shirt is all to be found out. I think we've got ourselves a very good player for not the biggest fee at all. We've still got a lot of money to spend. If we can sign players like him for 2 million, who knows some of the players we can go and sign. We want to bring in a real big profile name. There wasn't really anyone of note who we could in this transfer window, but we will obviously still be looking to spend that money as well, where we can go and do it within 6 minutes here. There is a goal for Rennes, but I do think it will be disallowed. It's 2 tough away games that we do have coming up, but if we can pick up at least 1 win in them, get us a bit of momentum going into our next few games, and ultimately go and start off what should be a good end to the season. We are obviously now into the second half of the season. If we go and take a look at the table, we are into how many games would it be now? 24 games. This is for us the 25th game, or it will be the 24th by the looks of it, so we only have 10 games remaining after this one, so every point counts in that race for the Conference League, which you will find out how that is going in the next episode when that does come out, and see if we've been able to close that gap, because the gap was on us and then we lost it, and now we've got to go and climb back up to see if we can do it. But we did. We have favourable fixtures in the second part of the kind of the two splits, I guess you could say. Now we're in the kind of tough part. I think the fixtures are exactly the same actually in order, which would be quite a good thing really, so you know what you've got to do and when, and we know exactly what we've got to do. We've got to see out these games, pick up as many points as possible, and then in the last few games, just as we did in the first split, we've really got to go and pick up every single point that we can. Here's Guy down this left hand side returning today. Can he have the shot? He caught it, and he has the shot. It's a good save from the Rennes goalkeeper in the end. That Rennes goal did count for them, so we are trailing here after half an hour. We do have obviously a bit of a struggling team with a few injuries and that. The defence is normal apart from in goal. The midfield completely rotated, and then in the attack we are without Sheriff, who's picked up another injury. Quite problematic for him, the amount of injuries he is picking up, but hopefully he can go and rectify that and pick up a few run of form, maybe even a few months, a season, just without those injuries, and ultimately I think that will favour him really, really well in terms of his development, because he is a young player with lots of potential. This team, our strongest team, is just full of youngsters with so much potential. If we can develop them over the next 2 seasons, even if we don't qualify this year, bring in the signings that we want, build a really strong team who gets this tactic. Following is in behind here, he has the shot, it's a good save, but he was offside in the end. As we were saying, build that really strong squad who knows how to play, develop all the boys, and just get them the big signings in. I think we'll be really good to go in the bid to try and win the Conference League. There's no reason why we can't even go and win it within the first attempt if we continue not only to play it in the way that we are on our day, but also just how these boys will go on to develop. I think is a really promising sign for our bid to try and win a European trophy. There's a save there from Martins, one of our youth goalkeepers who we have brought into the team today, with both our other goalkeepers out injured. That is quite unfortunate. He's taking his time on this ball here with the decision making. He goes along with that kick there. Can he find it over the top? The ball could be straight on here. Milan is in behind. He finds Guy. Milan with the return. It's 1-1 here. Lovely bit of play. It was a bit panicky in the end. We could have had a direct assist from Martins from goalkeeper, but in the end it is a goal for us. 1-1 to tie it up in the first minute of this second half. I can't remember what the rule is about this offside, but it's not offside. Something to do with the last defender, or something like that. No, the goalkeeper passed the last defender, but I guess it hasn't worked there. I don't really know. Who knows? We can't complain. We are at 1-1 here in this game. If we can pick up 2 more points, then where would we go in the table? We would go past Dijon, go to 8th place, and the gap would only be 5 points, because Strasbourg, by the looks of it, are losing their game unless they've not played. Who really knows? I'm sure they will. We'd like to think they could go and lose, have a tough game, and that would be one we can go and capitalise on with a win here in this game, but there's no guarantees of that. We need to go and put on a good display in the remaining parts of this game should we want to go and do that. That looked like it was curling right into that top left corner. We'll go a bit more attacking, really try and get a bit of momentum on our side after that goal. And going into that goal, actually looks like we had quite a bit of it, but we've lost it a bit now. Just want to retain this ball a little bit, knock it around the back and see what we can go and do from there. Martins, really good game for him today. He's had a lovely ball there again. What distribution that is. Could have a nice little goalkeeper coming out of the youth system there. Here's Frolin, finds Milan, bad foul there. That could be a red card. It's a straight red card for the number 10 as well, Enzo Milot, who has caused us a lot of problems in these games. Is he is an actual, is he? Yeah, he is. He's quite a good player. He has caused us some problems when we are playing against Rennes, but he is straight off here, and now Rennes are without an attacker, and it's really our game to go and win. They'll definitely not be looking for a goal. As you can see there, their striker is completely taken out of the game in a defensive move. Musgrove has picked up a bit of an injury there. We'll bring on Boto, who is returning from injury, and then I am also going to bring on Mitaj there. Do we also make a defensive change? Our centre backs can't move out to right back, or else I probably would. No Hard can't play today. I'm going to bring Gomez off for Gonzalez. Gonzalez is a bit more experienced, and I think that will be a change that will work out really, really well just to secure our defence here. Will it work out though? There is a corner here for Rennes. It does go into the middle. The header goes in. Liddell gets up. It's out onto the edge, and that is a goal to make it 2-1 from set pieces. We've not done well to defend that. We've not been too good all season really in terms of our defensive performances from set pieces, and now it's a case of, can we go and find a goal to take away a point from this game? Rennes 4th place in the table. If we'd have got a win here, we would have started closing the gap to a team like that. That is very frustrating. And can we go and get the goal to tie it up? We'll have to find out in the remaining part of this game. We're complete. We should be going down that right hand side. Boto is subbed on, and there is no left winger apparently for Rennes, which is very, very interesting. It doesn't look like anything's going to come from this game for us. We've not been impressive at all. We've got to really up our game if we want to get into that Conference League spot, and the full-time whistle's going to go, and that is a disappointing loss in the end against Rennes. And the team for this game against Auxerre, we've got a few more changes. Hopefully we're back to normal by the next episode. Martin's in goal, Macklin, Matsuda, Liddell, Gomez and Montiel. We've got Mole, Frolin, Nuhard in the midfield, Gia on the left, Boto on the right, and Milan up top. Kick off here in this game against Auxerre. This is a game, we really should be winning it against the team in 17th place. It might be an away game, but I don't see why we can't go and get a win in this one. Go and get some form, some momentum behind us. To be fair to us, even though we've not had the best form, to still be in 10th place is quite impressive. We are not in a relegation battle at all. We're still quite far away from the position we want to be in, but with a few big wins, there's no reason why we can't go and get up. Here's Guy down this left hand side. He squares it, can't find Milan in the middle. It falls out now down that right hand side. It is an attack for Auxerre in behind. That is a good ball, and the shot will go in here. Martins though gets in the way to deny the Auxerre attacker. He's had absolutely immense few games, really stepped up when we have needed him to, and there's always running the risk when you do play a keeper like that. It just does not go well at all, but it's gone very, very well, so we cannot complain. We're going to offer up our words of encouragement here to these boys, go a bit more positive. Why not go and catch this Auxerre team out and go and take the 3 points that we are looking for here in this game. We are down in 10th place. We are 1 point off the team in front of us, which I believe was Dijon, if I saw that correctly. Here's Nuhard returning today from injury. Milan in a bit of a deeper position. It's an interesting ball. I thought that would go straight over, but it doesn't. Being a bit sloppy in terms of possession down this left hand side. It is going to be a bit of an attack for Auxerre. Cut in. The shot will go in now, and that is a goal for the Auxerre attackers. We've got to be doing so much better. Just really sloppy in the way we are being with possession, and then defensively the structure's not the worst, but just not closing down that ball, not putting on the relentless pressure that we do seek to do, and that has got to be a whole lot better if we want to come away with the points here in this game. We are in 10th place, 29 points. Dijon on a 31, but there's still quite a gap to go to that Conference League spot. We just need to focus now on getting a win and then building that momentum from there, because at the moment, the way we are playing, we might not win a game for the rest of the season. Here's Guy. Can he find that ball in behind for Milan? Milan will get in the end of it. He's not going to be able to get the shot from that tie angle. It falls back out to Matsuda. Where can he go? He has a shot. It's an interesting one in the end. Not the best decision really, but it's good, positive play from his guy, doing well there to get involved and make a chance for us in this game down that right hand side. Now Auxerre, 5 minutes to go here in this first half, and they're going to look to try and attack, see what they can do. Nothing is going to come from it by the looks of it, but we win it back. Milan is going to look to advance this ball. He's got space and time ahead of him, no players really with him, but if he can slow it down a little bit, he could bring some players forward, or we could just have the shot straight away. How unlucky is that for Milan? That was a very, very good effort, and it just crept wide of that post. So unlucky for him to not get the goal. He is a very solid player, lots of potential, and stepping at striker when we've needed him. Montino didn't want to stay around, wanted that low move, and I've learned you've just got to give him the loan moves because it'll be so damaging for the kind of dynamics of the team. We have gone and given him that loan move. Hopefully he'll come back better, because I think Montino is a very, very good player who can be a very solid backup, if not even starting striker for us in this team. The half-time whistle goes. It is 1-0 to Auxerre, and we have got a massive second half coming up. We have been unlucky, it must be said, but we had to be doing better in that goal. We've been unlucky in other departments, but that goal, it's as simple as that. We have to be doing so much better in the way we perform there. 45 minutes gone here in this game, into this second half, and it is Auxerre who get us underway on the ball. They find themselves within 20 seconds, I should say. We did get a goal within the first minute of the second half in our last game, and it could happen here once again. Here's Boto, who's had a bit of a quiet game but can definitely get involved. He goes to Mole in the midfield. It's no hard, finds Milan. It's Guy. Can he find Milan? He's not able to, and we lose out on that ball there. We need to win our headers. Liddell does very well there. 195 centimetres to win that ball. Milan finds no hard. Guy, where are we going to go? Lovely bit of play. Matsuda, can he square it? A low driven ball, you'd think here. That's what he does, and he finds Nils Frolin, who manages to creep into the box, but he's so unlucky to not put that away. In the end, we do get a corner, but nothing comes from it in the end. He's done very well there in that channel position just to creep in at the end, but it's not enough as it is deflected off and out for a corner. Is that going to be the big chance that will go, the one that got away for us here in this game? We have to go and win a game like this. This is a massive game, really a season defining game as to what we are able to do, and that is just poor. We've got to be switched on, really got to be switched on. We have all those players in the box, now we've got to try and reshape. That is very poor. The ball goes in behind, and that is 2-0. We've just got to hope there's an offside flag here, because we all hang our heads in shame if there isn't. That is absolutely terrible work. The goal is going to be disallowed, I want to say. It is going to be disallowed, but we cannot be allowing for stuff like that to happen. That was absolutely shocking. The pass from Guy and Frolin to not be switched on, really letting us down here, letting the team down. We've got to be doing better. We will look to make a few changes where we can. There's not much we can look to do, but if we need to do it, then we need to do it. We'll go and look to do that now. I'm going to bring Liddell off for Gonzalez. Mole on a yellow for Chokwu there. We could bring Dukas on. He is returning tomorrow. Could be an interesting addition into the midfield, but I will wait on that and not give him too long and risk re-injuring him. Again, 70 minutes gone. Will we come away with a point even here, or a goal, a massive goal for us in the bid to try and qualify for the Conference League? That is obviously the aim for us, that Conference League spot, and a goal here will definitely do us some favours. 78 minutes, 79 minutes, just nothing coming for us at all here in this game. There could be one here. Matsuda, where can he go? He goes with a long throw, tries to find someone in the middle when he had options ahead of him. It's just been a very poor decision-making day for us. Montiel, here's no hard. Frolin, lovely ball that is though. That sums it up. Frolin has done so well there to pick out Guy, and Guy's gone in his left foot. He has just got to wrap that around off the right foot, and he hasn't, and we've completely absolutely sold that. The chances have gone better for us. We've not done what we were supposed to do here in this game, what we needed to do to come away with the result, when all we can do now is hope we find a goal from somewhere to come away with a minimum 1 point. Here is Martins, who has been quite good for us, been a bit unlucky really to not come away with more points, because he has put in some very credible performances. Here's Matsuda, lovely ball to find Guy. Can he square it? Guy squares it. It's Milan in the middle. It's another late goal from Milan. Guy with the ball into the middle, and we finally got the goal, and that is a very good goal as well. We've just done very well. Matsuda picks out Guy down the line. Guy first time just squares it, simple as, and he's found Milan in the middle, who's made no mistake from point blank range. We're going to offer up some more words of encouragement. I mean, if we can go and complete turnaround, that would be alright. Doesn't look like we will, and at least we come away with a point here in this game. So there you have it. It was a poor display in the end. We have some more tough games coming up, but by next episode you will see our final position for this season. Lots of work to do if we want to get into a Conference League spot. 12 points away, quite the miracle needed, but we'll have to see what we can go and do. If you did enjoy this video, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Make sure to go and join the Discord down below. I'll leave you all this out tune. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all for another video soon. Thank you, bye bye.